Hi everybody, Golden Era Bookworm here, and today we will be looking at the training routine of Pyotr Krylov, the King of Kettlebells. Yes, I came across these incredible photos of Pyotr months ago featuring this thick Russian strongman and wrestler. My God, look at this man. Excuse my Russian accent, I've got actually a lot of Russian family. But this guy was just massive for a Bronze Era strongman, standing at 170 centimeters. Weighing 88 kilos, sporting a 121 centimeter chest, 47 centimeter neck, biceps of 46 centimeters. I mean, look at that neck. It's massive. This guy's thick neck. And hips of 67 centimeters, forearms of 35 centimeters, waist of 72 centimeters, and shin, they measured his shin, believe it or not, of 41 centimeters. Born in 1871 in Moscow, he finished nautical school and worked as a navigator, training hard with weights, and after 3 years at sea, decided to become a professional strongman. By 1895, he had already developed 41 centimeter biceps, and soon after would fascinate crowds by bending horseshoes and coins, breaking chains, lifting horses, and other popular stunts. His most famous stunt was performing a crucifix with two 90-pound dumbbells, so about 40 or 42 kilograms, I believe, which has never been equaled. He could also perform a neck bridge of 130 kilograms, 114 kilogram one-arm overhead press, and a 30 kilogram kettlebell military press for 86 repetitions. 86 repetitions, that is incredible. Pyotr's normal day of training is described from a translated article from a Russian strength magazine named Hercules from 1914, at which he must have been, if I do my math correctly, in his, let me see, about 43 years old actually, and is listed here, but you can listen to his own description as I quote him directly, at least the translated version of his own account, as stated in Hercules magazine. Pyotr states, quote, "The last few years among amateurs that I have met, there is a widespread desire to train exclusively for records. This is a wrong approach and moreover damaging. These records are labored. They do not prove strength but wear out the person. First, develop your muscles. Achieve their maximum development by training. Then you can, without any harm, work for the records." Pretty wise, actually. I am now 43 years old, so my math was right. Now I do not feel weaker than when I was 25-year-old young Girovic. Girovic is actually a trainer, a person that trains with, not a trainer, a person that actually trains, a trainee, I should say, that trains with kettlebells. That's the Russian word for a kettlebell practitioner, so to speak. The musculature has not deteriorated in any quality and did not go down in size. This is a result of rational training. They say, image speaks louder than words. That's what he's saying there. I will give an example of my training day. This can be useful for my brothers in arms of the Girovoi sport for developing a personalized training program, showing some camaraderie there. Pyotr. So after waking up, I take an air bath for 10 minutes, standing outside in winter in cold air, and in summer, a 10-minute of tanning in the sun. Interesting that he's combining there both cold therapy with sun therapy. You know, it's not just cold therapy, and it's actually basically what he's doing there is seasonal. Very interesting. Then using a chest expander. Yeah, chest expanders. I pull it apart in front of myself, so that would be a pull apart anterior to the body, above the head, behind the back, and each arm separately. So that's your standard chest expander workout. Very similar, I'm assuming, to Fred roll-ons, which I've talked about on this channel already. I do push-ups on the floor, full palm or on the fingers. Awesome. That's really good for finger grip strength, and martial artists use it a lot. I did a lot of that myself. Up to 100 repetitions. Then I run for 10 to 15 minutes. I do frog jumps, short jumps on the tips of the toes in a deep squat position. I take a shower or rub myself with cold water. Half an hour later, I have breakfast, 2 eggs, 2 glasses of milk, 1 glass of liquid, very sweet tea. I go for a walk until dinner. Dinner is at 5 o'clock. Continuing, 2 hours after dinner, I train with heavy kettlebells. I press or jerk, that is 1 day on, 1 day off, a 5 pud barbell. Now 1 pud was said to be 16 kilograms, 5 puds would be 80 kilograms. Standing and lying 50 times, that is 5 sets of 10 repetitions. I press 2 pud, 50 kettlebells 50 times, which is same sets and reps scheme, 5 sets of 10 reps, and that kettlebell of course would be 32 kilograms. Then I squat with a barbell, full foot on the ground 100 times. I'm assuming that's 10 by 10. That is 10 sets of 10 repetitions. He didn't specify the weight, although I've seen this article in another site where it says that he was using 50 pud, which is 800 kilograms. I doubt that translation was correct. I would say it would definitely be in the 100 or 200 kilogram mark. And after I walk with a heavy man on my neck, back and forth, up and down the stairs. Now, again, I apologize that I keep commenting on what he's saying, but I find it very interesting because most of this training I've talked about before, like the chest expanders, etc. And now he's walking up and down the stairs with a man on his back. And if you've seen my channel enough, you know that this is actually very similar to Bobby Pander's training, who also used to carry his brother up and down the stairs. So these Bronze Era training methods are very similar throughout these athletes. Continuing. I finish my training with dumbbell movements. I do shoulder exercises with 20-pound dumbbells, and for biceps, I pull with each arm 2 of such dumbbells together. And by that, again, I'm commenting here, I believe that he, of course, is referring to the 20-pound dumbbells that he curls for his biceps, focusing, of course, heavily on the contraction with such a relatively light weight. Continuing. Last 2 years, I train with weights after dinner 3 times a week. Before used to be daily, and the rest of the days this hour I spend wrestling and doing Nelsons, which is a wrestling exercise. I need it as a wrestler. After training, I take a shower and go for a walk again. When I was training for records, I did singles with very moderate weight. 2 arms, 4.5 puds, that's 72 kilos. 1 arm, 3 puds, 48 kilos. I would work with heavy weights only once a week when I would attempt to set a record. This very carefully and moderate training approach is what allowed me to maintain strength and muscles, even though as an old-time circus athlete, I had to work several times performing with very heavy weights and pulling off the most difficult tricks. So he's basically talking about the fact that along with all this heavy weight training, he would also have to do strongman tricks on top of that in these circus performances. Pretty incredible. As far as my diet regimen, I used to eat a lot of meat before. Now I eat more vegetables and fruit and consider it to be healthier. I especially like shepherd style potatoes, baked, filling, and healthy meal. I don't drink vodka or beer. For shame, for shame for a Russian, but allow myself a small glass of light wine during dinner. I do not smoke at all. End quote. Wow, so that's directly from Pyotr Krylov himself, more than 108 years ago. It's incredible. So I do hope you have enjoyed this video on Pyotr Krylov and his specific training routine and diet. As you can see, like most Bronze Era strongmen, he trained using basic exercises, using dumbbells, barbells, chest expanders, and kettlebells, as well as enjoying wrestling and walking, these cold baths and cold, exposing himself to cold temperature, sun rays, all that kind of stuff. Real primal, you could say. That's real primal stuff. And of course, eating a whole food diet. Nothing crazy, nothing, overthought. They make it so simple. And I mean, the results are fantastic. If you have enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe, click the notification and bell, and leave your comments. I'll be presenting more videos on Bronze Era and Silver Era muscular marvels in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. That's it from me. This is the Golden Era Bookworm saying bye for now. Golden Era bodybuilding booklets are available at www.goldenerabookworm.com, including Steve Reeves, Reg Park, Vince Gironda, Larry Scott, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mike Mensa, Danny Padilla, and much more. Online training is now available, including my new program, Novice to Classic, a program geared towards beginners and novices looking at developing a classic physique, as well as Classic Cut, geared at those who wish to lose weight and gain muscle fast. Details available at www.goldeneraBooking.com. Need a bodybuilding poster for your gym or office? Then check out Ironman Magazine archive.smugmug.com for the highest quality posters on the planet. Scroll through the galleries of all the legends, including greats such as Arnold, Frank Zane, Sergio Oliva, Serge Nubret, Tom Platz, and Larry Scott, and much, much more, and select your poster now. As a natural bodybuilder, it is imperative to know your own testosterone levels, as they are a reflection of the anabolic environment created by your diet and training. I would highly recommend using the male hormone test kit from Let's Get Checked, and make sure you use my code GOLDEN30 for a 30% discount. Again, the advantage of checking yourself regularly is that you will know how well your body is anabolically primed to put on the much desired muscle you are working for. Get your gym wear and Golden Era apparel at the new Golden Era Tees shop, featuring designs from the Silver Era and Golden Era legends, available as tanks, shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies in all sizes and colors. To support your favorite YouTube channel, please visit teespring.com/store/Golden Era Bookworm for merchandise including t-shirts, hoodies, face masks, phone cases, and much, much more. Once again at teespring.com/store/Golden Era Bookworm. Become a patron at www.patreon.com/Golden Era Bookworm for hard to find books, scans of rare photos, and articles on the Golden Era of bodybuilding. If you're a fan of old school bodybuilding, then make sure to check out Sups the Movie. Filmmaker Alex Ardenti explores the $40 billion sports supplement industry, delving into the origins, evolution, and current state of supplements used by millions of fitness enthusiasts worldwide, available at Amazon and Vimeo.